Although the Unity engine is the most famous for mobile games, on the other hand Unreal Engine is the most realistic and most preferred by players, and in this video I present to you the top 10 games developed by Unreal Engine 4 in 2023, so relax and get ready to discover your new favorite game.
In the name of blood.
Lineage W, an online game with a size of 6 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Lineage W is an MMORPG that immerses you in the same universe as the classic Lineage game, but now with a new story, which includes plenty of fantastical elements. Lineage W has some pretty spectacular 3D graphics shown from a bird's eye view. Select one of the available roles to play as a knight, mage or fairy, each of which has a unique set of skills that you can develop as you play. One of the key aspects of Lineage W is its easy-to-manage controls, which are perfectly adapted to touch screens. Lineage W has all your favorite elements from this beloved series. Exploring Odin almost 150 years after the first installment's timeline is a huge incentive for anyone who's a fan of this spectacular MMORPG.
To the door. We must get away from the mansion. We're now in Lampton!
Hey, I remember this.
Farlight 84, an online game with a size of 2 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Farlight 84 is a battle royale game that submerges you in 60-player battles where the last man standing wins the game. The objective of the game is the usual one in this genre: gather weapons and equipment on the map to get rid of the enemies and arrive at the safe zones. The safe zones are super important because you'll keep losing life if you're outside the circles of game. The energy system available in Farlight 84 is one of the features that make it unique. The game map includes several energy recharge points that allow you to use your jetpack as well as upgrade your weapons and armor. Farlight 84 is a super fun battle royale that lets you experience intense battles against players from around the world. The best part is that you don't have to play alone, since the title lets you enjoy teams of 2 or 4 players. Icarus M, an online game with a size of 4 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Icarus M is a title based on the game for PC that was released years ago. This MMORPG offers some impressive 3D graphics that instill each battle with realism. Before playing your first game, you'll select the character you want to use throughout your adventure. Another one of the most interesting aspects of the game is that if you manage to tame a dragon or a creature, you can take it along with you on your adventures. Icarus M is a game that lets you prove your worth and overcome all your rivals in real time, so get ready for thrilling battles in manual or automatic mode, and enjoy impressive graphics developed using the cutting-edge technology of Unreal Engine 4. Ark Survival Evolved, an online game with a size of 3 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Ark Survival Evolved is the best survival game on PC and console and has been ported to mobile. This adaptation is played practically the same way as the original title. With a first-person perspective, you have to explore your environment in search of materials to make tools and objects to improve your equipment. The 80 different dinosaurs you may come across will also provide you with resources and even transportation. The game can be played either in single-player mode or online, where you can collaborate with or fight against other survivors, and interact through a clan system that lets you share supplies and face even bigger challenges. Ark Survival Evolved is the best survival game ever released for mobile, and you can download it through the link in the video description. Noah's Heart, an online game with a size of 10 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Noah's Heart is an open-world role-playing game developed by the same creators as Dragon Raja that stands out for its graphics engine and magical setting. This time, you'll travel to a very different universe where the landscape is more natural than futuristic. Noah's Heart has stunning graphics developed with the Unreal Engine 4 graphics engine. This means it's highly realistic, so the textures and layers for all the characters and settings will fully immerse you in the narrative framework of this beautiful MMORPG. When it comes to combat, You can select various weapons that you can even customize with elements you find along the way. No's Heart has a great story, spectacular graphics and many options when deciding your own fate in this game. Without a doubt, this is an excellent multiplayer role-playing game any fan of the genre just can't miss.
This is your world.
Ni no Kuni, an online game with a size of 5 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Ni no Kuni Cross Worlds is MMORPG game based on one of the most popular franchises in the world of RPGs created by Level 5 and Studio Ghibli. As soon as you start the game you have to create your own character, and enter into the atmosphere of the interesting story, which is different from its version on PC and PlayStation. The game is similar to other RPGs with relentless worlds. You can move around 3D environments freely as you carry out a whole host of missions. Once you get past the tutorial, you can move around the Ni no Kuni universe at your own free will. You should also know that the game was developed by Unreal Engine 4, which means very high graphics and excellent quality, and in the end, you will see Ni no Kuni, an anime-style open-world game that is very impressive, and you can download it now through the link in the video description. ChimeraLand, an online game with a size of 8 GB, available on Android and iPhone. ChimeraLand is an MMORPG that plunges you into an extensive open world full of all sorts of different creatures and beasts. One of the interesting things about this title is that it gives you a planet that you can explore by land or air. As you defeat many of the beasts that come your way, you'll also have the option to keep some of them for yourself. In other words, you'll be able to collect mythological beings that will accompany you in a lot of the battles. ChimeraLand not only takes you into dynamic PvP battles against a wide variety of beasts, you'll also be able to cook, fish and harvest multiple goods to prove you have what it takes to succeed in this magical universe. Odin Valhalla Rising, an online game with a size of 12 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Odin Valhalla Rising is an MMORPG where you go back in time to travel to worlds representing Norse mythology. Your job is to upgrade your fighter's abilities to reach the god's kingdom before your opponents. In Odin Valhalla Rising, there are spectacular 3D graphics that have been designed with Unreal Engine 4. This means you have a huge number of textures and layers that increase the realism of each game. Odin Valhalla Rising has spectacular graphics and a wide range of attacks that you can combine to attack your enemies. Certainly, if you like MMORPG games, I recommend Odin Valhalla Rising to you, and you can download it now through the link in the video description. Tower of Fantasy, an online game with a size of 12 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Tower of Fantasy is the first game created by Hata Studio, set in a colorful open world similar to that of smash hit Genshin Impact. The first step of playing Tower of Fantasy is using the editor to create your character from scratch. All the customization options have an anime aesthetic and are highly detailed. Graphics in Tower of Fantasy are truly superb, thanks in large part to all the details supported by Unreal Engine 4. Of course, as with other similar games, you'll need a high-performing smartphone if you don't want to suffer from lag. In the end, you will see that Tower of Fantasy is a very powerful anime-style MMORPG, and it also fully supports the controller, and I recommend you to download it. Fading City, an online game with a size of 6 GB, it will soon be available on Android and iPhone. Fading City is an open-world RPG set on the streets of Waidu City, where you help explorers uncover the city's many secrets, and you must fight against the strange zombies roaming around the map and fight to survive and save the city. Fading City has spectacular 3D graphics developed with the Unreal Engine 4 that feel similar to earlier NetEase titles. The controls in this game are perfectly adapted to touch screens. Fading City has everything it needs to immerse you in this world full of mysteries waiting to be solved. This organization of explorers aims to restore peace to this city covered in fog and ravaged by zombies. The game is new and is one of the best upcoming survival games for smartphones. You can pre-register through the link in the video description.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.